Hey, I did not do a very good job recording this video. I was very jumbled and I had to re-record a couple times because I forgot certain things. I'm going to put the timestamps of everything in the description. So if there's a certain question you have, look down there, and hopefully there will be a timestamp to something that seems like it's going to answer it. So yeah, let's get into the video now. Another thing that I wanted to throw right at the beginning of this video is that me and Seeks and Affiliate and a couple others, UE, X, etc., have created a 10 HP Discord. Um, oh, Iron Sequel as well. Yeah, we have a 10 HP Discord. There's actually a ton of people. Let's see, 43 online right now. Um, 60, 60 online, 43 TNHPs, almost 400 people in the Discord. So if you guys may want to make a TNHP yourself, you just need like 1,000 total level, I think, to be ranked. But feel free to join. I will put a permanent invite in the description for you guys. Just ask one of the admins to be ranked, one of the mods, and we will give it to you. Just let us know your in-game name. Please do join. We would love for you to be part of the community. Um, yeah, that'd be awesome. If you guys have any questions, you can ask them there. And yeah, there you go. Let's get into the video. All right. Hey guys. I'm making this video so that I can send it to all the people who constantly ask me, how the hell did you get these stats? What the hell is the point of a 10 HP account? Anything like that. At the end of the video, I'm actually also gonna go over my account specifically and talk about how I started out and what my stats, how I got each of my stats and what my goals are for the future. But I'll post a timestamp in the description for that if that's all you care about and you already know the point of a 10 HP account. Um, but in the background, I'm going to be doing a little Slayer. So if you're curious about that. So I have a Calphite task right now. So let me gear up for this real quick. So I'm gonna need, I know my bank's really disorganized. We need a glory, this, two of these, or one. Let's check the charges. Okay. Okay, so a lot of people are constantly asking me like, how the hell did you get your stats? How do you train combat at 10 HP? Anything of that nature. Like, what's the point? Oh, you can't PK, which I think is fucking stupid. But, so I thought I'd explain all that today. So, basically, the reason I'm into 10 HP is because I was banned actually when I was 70% of the way to max back in 2016 on a main account, just a normal main account. That's what I was playing on. And I decided that I wanted to keep playing, obviously. But I didn't want to just make another main account because I'd pretty much done everything. I think all had been missing was Slayer, mining, smithing, a couple other skills. So basically, I decided I've always liked the concept of accounts that don't have or that have restrictions on them. And I think I made my first 10 HP way back in the day. Let me switch worlds real quick. There's a lot of people on right now because of Corona. Um, so I decided to make a 10 HP. So I'm going to go through and talk about all the different ways to train stats and how I did it because obviously you can see I've maxed my combats, working on 99 Slayer right now, and then I'll max very soon after that. So range is pretty obvious, right? The cannon, that's pretty much the only way. Obviously there's stuff like the archery range and the ranging guild and shit like that, but it's cannon. That's what you want to do. Um, so then for magic, obviously you guys know I did splashing mostly for mine. You can see 55 mil XP. That's all from splashing on my phone from Chrome or desktop while I'm at work. I haven't done that for a while because I did it back when Blood Runes were 200 each, and now they're 350, which is fucking wild, and I don't have the money for that. Um, but yeah, that's what I did for most of mine. For range and magic, I think what I did was I went to the like ogre cage, north of Ardone, and I just cannoned and alked, from 55 to 75 magic, and then I had about 70 range or so, which was good enough to start Slayer because cannon accuracy depends on range level, so it's not really good to start lower levels. So um, for attack, strength, and defense, I actually did strength first. So what I did was I did 99 fishing. That was my first 99 through barbarian fishing, which gives you about 75 strength, I think. And then I did attack. I did quests and stuff like that, and then I did a little bit of pest control, just so I could get the levels required for the Warriors Guild, which I think is 130 total between each. So I just needed to get like, what is that, 55 attack or something like that if I had 75 strength. And once I was in the Warriors Guild, there's this thing you can do called barrel balancing. It's in the top floor of the Warriors Guild. They're not the top floor, the one below the one with the what are they called? Ogres? No, giants, whatever the fuck. Um, and you balance a keg on your head, and you get like XP drops that are based on your level. It ranges from about 40 to 60k per hour. It scales with your level. But yeah, I did that all the way till 99. For attack and defense, I actually did pest control. Now, this is not the best method by any means. It's actually very slow, and I think it took me about 400 or 500 hours of pest control. Yeah, it was a lot of pest control. I did about 50,000 pest points, and about 30,000 of that was on the intermediate boat because I was only 70 combat, and it wasn't until I was 92 attack and 93 defense that I reached 99 or that I reached 100 combat and was able to do the vet boat, which is considerably faster. It's actually not bad experience at all. The vet boat is about 75, 80k an hour at 99, which is not bad considering you're training combats with 10 HP. Um, so yeah, that's what I did for that. Prayer, I just, normal prayer stuff. You can do that anytime. So what was important is that for Slayer, you need to be at least 85 combat because you want to use Neve. And so I've done a lot of Wilderness Slayer. I'm about doing 100 task streak right now on and off because Wilderness Slayer sucks. Um, but I mostly, yeah, did Neve, and it's about 30k per hour. Hold on, I don't know why that wasn't refreshing. Oh, let me reset this. Okay, that was from a Scorpion task I did earlier in the Wilderness. Um, that's not gonna refresh if I have it on the screen. Okay, so basically, you use Slayer just like I'm doing right now, right? I'm not attacking at all. You can see I'll retaliate off. I'm just sitting there. I'm literally just loading the cannon. Um, the thing is, I don't do certain quests so that I don't get certain tasks. So um, I haven't done a elemental workshop because you can't get wyvern tasks. Um, what I did Dragon Slayer because I did it before the change, but in a perfect 10 HP you would not start Dragon Slayer. So you couldn't get any dragon tasks. That way you don't have to skip steel dragons, skip iron dragons, etc. Um, and actually I'm going to show you guys right now this right here, which is a spreadsheet um, entailing basically the tasks that I do versus the ones I don't do, and then I'll go over about time and all that stuff. So I do black demons, and I extend them actually, and I use slaughter on them. Calphite and black demons are about 33k per hour. They take it's like 2 hours per task. So as you can see up here, the percentage of time during Slayer, I actually spend a third of the time doing Slayer on black demon tasks. So and this is showing for 93 and after, by the way, because I do smoke double tasks after 93. Currently, I'm only 92, but in a level, I will start doing the smoke double tasks. Um, so I wanted to show that. So Calphite, I do. Calphites are one of the best tasks. They're super easy because you literally just stand there and load the cannon. Drink a sip of anti-poison every once in a while. You can actually do these on your phone pretty easily. Um, and they're 50k per hour, 50k Slayer per hour, which is really good. Fire Giants, I do for the sake of points. If somebody who has not done Dragon Slayer or started Dragon Slayer and doesn't get Dragon tasks would actually not have to do Fire Giants or Trolls, which I also do. The reason I chose Fire Giants or Trolls and blocked Hellhounds because what I could have done is, blocked Fire Giants and done Hellhounds, it doesn't really matter, is that I want to collect the long bones and the curved bones from Trolls and Fire Giants because that'll be some easy con XP. As you guys can see, I am 80 con still, and that'll be my last skill for max, so that'll be a nice little boost. Once I'm done with Slayer, I can just, uh, get that easy con XP to start off, save a few hours. So let's go back to this. So I do Fire Giants, pretty slow tasks, only about 26k XP per hour. Do Dagonos. Dagonos are great. You can actually pray melee, and the rangers barely ever hit you if you wear Varrock helm and skirt. and that'll be enough defense. You die every once in a while, but it's not a big deal. It's only if you get double hit, because their max hit is at 9, so you can actually survive. I just take anchovy pizzas, heal up every time I get hit. And they're actually the best task, 53 to 54k XP per hour normally. Pretty insane. Nearly 120k range XP per hour too. The range is a little higher than 2 to 1 ratio because you can things that you're not killing a lot of time, and it's a bunch of different stuff. But yeah, greater demons, that's one of my favorite tasks to do. It's pretty easy. They're 33 to 37k HP per hour. It kind of depends on the task, how lucky you get. Um, and hold on, I'm doing something on the alt here. Um, yeah, so you can do them in the chasm of fire or whatever the fuck, and they're pretty easy. You just you pretty melee, you run out and you load the cannon. And yeah, they're pretty good. And as you can see, about 14% of the time is found greater demons. A lot more before 93, but obviously smoke devils take up a lot of time after 93. So looking forward to that because that'll be nice. Also get a lot more point gain because a lot of times I'll get unlucky on streaks. Um, and I end up like having to do Wildy Slayer for points, which sucks ass. So Wildy Slayer sucks ass. It's only like 15k XP per hour versus 30k average for Slayer in general. So yeah, that's another thing is all these tasks together, it averages out over time. Slayer's about 30k XP per hour, maybe 32k if you really pay attention, but I like to AFK. So let's see. Greater Demons, Smoke Devils, obviously you do. They're really good. Trolls do. That's a Expeditious Bracelet task. You want to shorten it. Not great. Obviously, they're about 24k XP per hour. They're the worst task that I do. Um, and I do them for points. I might not have to for the later levels, hopefully. Black Dragons, they are easy point tasks, right? They just kill the babies and it takes like 5 minutes and you just do it to save points, but you wouldn't have to do them if you didn't have the quest done, which would be nice. Um, so the blocks, Hellhounds and Drakes, that's basically because out of all the bad tasks, they are the highest weighted tasks. So makes the most sense. It saves the most points over time. Um, Skip Cave Kraken, not possible. It actually is. You can hit the babies, but they have such a high range defense that it's like 5k XP per hour max. Um, Skip Ankus, shit task, just shit XP. Worms, impossible. And you could block Drakes or Worms, they're the same weighting. Iron Dragons, which I didn't have to, get those because that's another one with Dragon Slayer, but obviously they're very high range defense. It would take forever, super annoying. Steel Dragons, same thing. Blue Dragons, just low XP per hour. Cuirass and Taros are both impossible, so you skip those. And as you can see, if I go over here, I'm actually over time gaining about I'm gaining about 2.82 points per task. So this means I'm in a point positive. Um, like unfortunately, if I go on dry streaks and I get 10 skips in a row, which has happened to me, I sometimes end up running out of points, which sucks. I actually had to reset my task streak at around 85 Slayer, which was AIDS. It was terrible. Um, so yeah, as you can see, 32 XP per hour overall. All right, so I'm gonna go back to this. All right, you can see. So as you can see, I'm getting about 50 plus K XP per hour, which is pretty good considering that I'm literally not attacking anything myself. Um, for when I get 99 Slayer, I'll be about 30 mil range, I should be. Hey guys, real quick, one thing that I forgot in the last clip is that the best method for all the melees is actually organized crime on Saya. I'm going to leave a link in the description to a video describing roughly how to do the method. It's pretty complicated. I just didn't want to do it because pest control is easy in AFK and it was really a lot easier to grind out. Had a couple other reasons. Like you can only do organized crime at the best rates from like Monday to Wednesday because of like uh, the way the worlds work and stuff. So it wasn't really worth it for me. Another thing is that I had to do everything in a very specific order, right? So I needed to get 99 fishing first, right, for the strength levels, and then I had to get a certain attack level, um, and then I ended up having to do 99 prayer and magic very early for the combat levels, um, and then eventually, like between attack, defense, strength, and prayer. I was able to reach 70 combat, right? The thing is, to be 100 combat, I had to be 99 strength, I had to be 99 prayer, I pretty much had to be 99 everything except for attack and defense, and a defense needed to be 93 and attack needed to be 92 to get to 100 combat, which made pest control rates significantly faster. So that's something I wanted to throw in there because I had to do everything in a very specific order, right? And obviously I had to be 85 combat for Slayer. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over just a couple other questions. Like people ask a lot, like what's the point of that account if you can't PK, right? Actually, people do PK on 10 HP's Iron Man, 10 HP Iron Man, because you don't get experience for attacking other players as Iron Man. Um, and so, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard of Kemp Q, etc. That's the account that you want to use to PK, right? Yeah, I mean, of course I can't PK at 10 HP. I would kill one person and get 11 HP, and I would have wasted thousands of hours, right? But yeah, I mean that's what the point is. It's I don't do this account to PK. I do it to grind. I do it to fucking skill and max and just put hundreds of hours into this game while I watch Netflix and YouTube on the side. That's what I do it for. So yeah, it definitely isn't to PK, but that doesn't mean it's pointless, right? Like all these accounts are like some people don't never PK on a main. Some people make one defense accounts and never PK. So it's just for the challenge. That's all. And I think that's okay. I just don't really enjoy PKing myself, so I've never really done it that much. And the pvming you can actually do on a 10 HP. There are certain bosses that you can kill. My friend Apheliad, I might link his tweets in the description. He got a Corp KC recently. He got a Bandos KC recently. He has done a bunch of KQ kills. Um, and you can get KBD heads. KBD you can do 8 to 12 kills an hour, which I'm going to do after max. You can get Chaos Ellie Pet. You can get Mole Pet. There's a couple other things. You can kill Thermi. Neff has a Thermi KC. There he is. Um, yeah, so it's actually, you can kill bosses. It's actually very challenging to do so, which I think makes it more interesting, in my opinion. There aren't a lot of boss pets you can go for, really, besides like Chaos Ellie and Mole, realistically, because they would take many, many hours, but it would be super impressive to get a KBD pet on a 10 HP, right? But it wouldn't be so impressive to get a 10 HP, a KBD pet on a main account. So I think that makes it fun and interesting. So yeah. Okay, so the reasons that I think a 10 HP account is awesome, right? I talked about the PVMing aspect. I think that's super cool. I'm gonna go for KBD heads, KBD helmet. That'll look sick with the Slayer cape and all that stuff. But what was important for me going into this account was that there were a ton of achievements that nobody had achieved on an account like this, right? Um, it was not until after I started playing it that uh, Teaks actually became the first 10 HP to max. 99 all skills, 10 HP, quote unquote max, whatever you want to say. Um, and only two people have done it since. P and Bed, who actually was like a max skiller before that with 99 mage, and he actually decided to become a full 10 HP and converted. He's rank 1 by far. He has like 2 bill XP, which is nuts. The dude's a madman. I think he's burnt now though. And then Nephiliad maxed most recently. Um, and yeah, so there's only been 3 people that have done this so far. And that's why I think it's gonna be really cool when I do it because I really like going for goals that nobody else has attained. Stuff that's not difficult but time consuming. And one of the things that I really liked about 10 HP is Slayer because I was a big part of like of discovering a lot of the meta for Slayer. Teeks and Apheliad and I talked a lot about um, you know uh, basically making Slayer as efficient as possible. Task lists, discovering what XP rates of different tasks were, compiling skip lists and block lists, and deciding, figuring out the points and all this different stuff. And I thought that was really cool. Being a part of like a meta, like discovering a meta and all that stuff has always been a really cool concept for me. So I wanted to say that as well. It's about, and there is actually people joke there's not a lot of 10 HPs, but there actually are. There's a good amount now, especially with the Iron Man. Um, Ever since ChemQ popularized it, there's a ton of 10 HPs actually. And uh, yeah, actually, that's it, I suppose. I was gonna talk about the Discord, but I think I'm gonna throw that in the beginning of the video. So I think you'll have already seen that. But yeah, cool. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go over my account a little bit here. as you can see, 251 days played on the main, or on the THP. About 60 days of that is Magic and Thieving, which I wasn't actually playing the game for, so I don't know if you want to count that. I wouldn't. 100 quest points, that's for 2 blocks. That's it. That's the only reason there's not really a lot of reasons to do questing besides that on a THP. Um, Let me go to the bank here because I have all my 99s in order. I haven't bought the range skill cape yet. That was the last one, but that would be here. So yeah, this is the order I did my 99s in. Give you a second to look at that. Um, and then here are my pets. I'm going to go for all scaling pets eventually. It's one of my post-max goals. Um, but yeah, so I got Beaver at 82 woodcutting, Phoenix at 28 mil firemaking, Rocky was like 19 mil thieving, but I've gotten a ton of them because 64 mil thieving. Tango Root, super lucky on, super happy about that. 16.8 mil farming. Irby was about 4,800 KC. So I've gotten lucky on all my scaling pets so far. I actually haven't gone over rate on any of the pets. Um, but yeah, let me go over to this window here. Nope, this one for a second. Because these are my stats, and I figured it'd be easier than looking at the client. Um, okay, so I'll show you all my post 99 magic, obviously splashing, cooking. Gonna go for 200 mil on that eventually. Fire making the same thing. I did Winter Tot only to until I got Phoenix, and then I've been doing G fire making after that, which I really enjoy. So I think I'll do that to 200 mil as well. Crafting, I did Arab B stabs. I don't know why I did that. I was gonna plan to go for 200 mil, but I don't think I want to anytime soon. Smithing, same thing. Just did 3 bar rune. It's overall XP, so it's not bad. Um, let's see, stuff like mining and agility, brew crafting, stuff like that. Let's see, fishing. You can see I have a little bit of extra XP in that. Agility, oh, I think I said agility. That's all just me going for scaling pets again. Obviously, I'm not overdropping on any of them yet, but I don't have the scaling pets from any of those skills yet. So I will be going for that eventually. Hunter, I'll also get the chin pet, but that's the XP I got just from doing herbivore to 99 and then until I got pet. So yeah, and then Slayer and Kana, you can see they're the only ones I have left. Um, I have some KBD KC now. I guess it's not showing up. Interesting. Okay. Here is my overall XP all time. Obviously, I started playing on September 9th, 2016. Um, as you can see there. Um, yeah, that was the day after I got banned, I think. Um, yeah, September 9, 2016. This is the overall XP. Obviously, all right, so about here is when I think I started doing pest control. As you can tell, I mean, I was burnt for a long time too, so that's part of it. And I started doing cooking again recently and Slayer and stuff. This is when I started playing a shit ton again. So that's what that is. Um, but yeah, this is the overall. It's 1700 main account EHP, but I'd say it's about maybe 3000 hours of efficient 10 HP playtime. Okay, so let me show you the alt real quick. Let's see. There we go. 152 days played on the alt. This is all real playtime. Um, I have, actually, I'll show you. I'm geared up for gargoyles right now. Um, so I did Caress to 99 range. I did, as you can see, 24,000 Caress, almost 100,000 gargoyles. So that is what my melee stats are. You can see I'm geared up for it right now. But let me go over to the scores here. Um, yeah, this is so big thing that stands out. Obviously, you can see 200 mil cooking, rank 177. I believe there are 1,000 people who have 200 mil now. So I got pretty early on. I actually did Quran once. 250k profit an hour, pretty shit. But yeah, that's what I did back in the day. I am never gonna do rune drags on this account. I can't be bothered with the questing. I have 68 quest points on this account. Okay, I hate questing. I know I should have a rune dragon alt. Can't be bothered. Gargoyles are about 800k an hour. It's not that bad. It's super easy. It's AFK. Um, let's see what else stands out. Yeah, all the defense, strength, hit points. It's mostly from gargoyles, pretty much. The ranged cuirass. Um, I don't remember how I got the magic. Woodcutting I was going for 99 for a while, but let's see. Yeah, so cooking 200 mil, fletching. I was just trying to get 99s on it originally as well. I was thinking I might max it eventually, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. Fire making, I will get 200 mil fire making eventually on it, and smithing as well. Crafting was from when cutting red topaz was actually really good profit for a while. It was like 1.5 mil an hour. Um, and so I did that post 99 for a while. Um, yeah, smithing and fire making, I plan to get 200 mil eventually on it. I think it'd be super cool to have multiple 200 mils on the alt. This is all from 3 bar rune. 3 bar runes, when the rune bar prices are good, it's actually pretty good profit per hour, like 600, 700k. It was up to a mil after Volcano came out. Mil an hour just from 3 bar rune, which is, I love 3 bar rune. It's one of my favorite methods in the game, I'd say. So yeah, and then fire making, I'll probably just get 200 mil through Wintertot. I think with the burnt page buff, it could be pretty good GP per hour. It's, like I said, I just went 200 mils. I'm not going for the best methods for GP here. Almost 400 mil total XP. That's nice. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, that's another thing is so my goals in the future, I want to get KBD heads on the 10 HP. It's about 8 kills an hour. It's going to take a while. Hopefully I get lucky. Hopefully I don't go too dry. But I want that Black Slayer helmet. It'll look really good with the Slayer cape. And then I'm going to go for all the skilling pets. I will probably go for Mole Pet, which is pretty easy to get. Uh, Chaos Ellie Pet, and then I will probably go for like all the skilling pets, and then I will get probably 200 mil cooking first. I want to get 200 mil magic at some point, and then 200 mil fire making. And I think by the time I have those three, I will be 1 bill total XP, which is another goal of mine. Um, and after that, I don't really know what my goals will be. Could be anything, I suppose. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all my goals right now. Um, yeah, just working on Max right now. Um, and I guess I'll probably stream Max if any of you want to tune in for that. That'd be awesome. Um, but yeah, besides that, I think that's it for this video. So if any of you guys actually got to the end and watched the whole thing, I very much doubt that. But if you skipped ahead and you saw this part, I appreciate you watching. Either way. Thanks for clicking on the video. Let me know if you have any questions. Join the Discord, like I said. Hit me up on Twitter. Anything you want. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys, so much.